Alright. I need to figure out a fucking filming setup that I can just set up real easy. Alright, well, check my pre-workout. So, my warm-up for legs is usually foam rolling, massage gunning, and then some stretches that I do to help with sciatica. Because I have a lot of like nerve pain that goes down the side of my leg whenever I squat. I might have to like stop mid-set to roll stuff out too, which happens a lot. But we'll just play it by ear. Foam rolling doesn't really hurt too much for me anymore. Ooh, right there. But whenever you are foam rolling, you want to leave it on the spot that hurts for like 30 seconds. I'm not going to do 30 seconds, but well, maybe I'll do 30 seconds. Oh, shit. I also have a lingering back injury. I think it's a back injury. Could be an oblique, I don't really know. I haven't gone to a doctor about it because it doesn't hamper me too bad anymore. It just sort of makes itself known. It's like right over the hip. I think it might be the TFL. Could be my oblique because I get pain like higher up. Pretty sure it's not a lat. I don't know, whatever. But today is technically it's week 2 of my squat cycle currently, which means it's going to be moderate weight, but my sit there. My squat weight is pretty fucking low. It's like just a little bit higher than my bench weight, just because of my back injuries and I got terrible hips. So my squat capped out at like 365 last year, and then I started going through a bunch of injuries. Now it's like 315, maybe like 325 now. So we'll see. I stopped deadlifting as much, which had its own ramifications on my body, but at least my back doesn't get super triggered by squatting anymore. This leg's really tight. I've been getting wicked leg pain, or like sciatica pain on the right side, even though my injury's on the left side. I think it's a compensation or something. But this leg is always way tighter than the left. So after I foam roll it a little bit, I'll probably just grab the massage gun and go at everything really on the right side. It's also once again cold out here, so hopefully this pre-workout kicks in, gets my heart rate going, be a little more vascular, not as stiff. Oh my god. If you're not foam rolling, you need to be. Oh. It hurts so bad, but the pain goes away almost immediately, and then you just feel way better. Oh my fucking god. It just sends like a wave through my leg. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Let me do the calves a little bit. They're important. They're little guys, but they do a lot of work. I got a buddy, Drew, who had foam roll the other day, And I don't know if he's never foam rolled or if he's just hasn't done that in a long time. And has just kind of ignored it. But he literally left a pool of sweat on the mats because of how like bad it hurt. But he said he felt like almost immediately better once he like stood up and shook it all out. Then we massage gunned him a little bit in the same areas. And again, he was just sweating. I felt bad, but at the same time, it was helping him, so. Oh, man. This is way better than when I had plantar fasciitis from working at the cafe at the gym I went to. My calves were just like rocks. Oh. Okay. Let me do the quads. So, if anybody is interested in foam rolling, but is kind of like intimidated because they don't know how to do it, it's not too bad. You just kind of think of yourself as like a cog, or think of this as the cog, and then you're just like rolling on top of it. I mean, I like to think of myself as like a little machine on how it's made. So for quads, you just throw your leg down on it, and then you kind of just roll back and forth with your elbows. I put this leg, see a little better over here. Throw this leg out for stabilizing. So you get pretty low to the ground, and then you just slowly go up and down. Turn your leg a bit. Oh, fuck me. Yeah. Get different angles, go up and down, really massage it all out. So, benefit of foam rolling, or the alleged benefits, because it's still not really a exact like science that everyone agrees on, I guess. Oh man. There's this, I don't know what you call it, principle, I guess. Davis's law. It says that it's like growth happens along lines of stress or whatever. So basically, the way your body heals is by laying down little strands of collagen on your fascia, your fascia, however you say it, and your muscles. So your muscles designed to pull apart, stretch and move, and that's how contractions and lengthening works. But over time, as they do that, and you get little micro tears in your muscles, I guess, your body lays down like I think they call it a spider web of. I think it's collagen. I don't know. It's something. It's hard though. So what it does is it makes it a lot harder for your muscles to stretch and contract and lengthen and all that, which is how you'll get like cramps and poor flexibility and all that. So what self-myofascial rolling does is it breaks those up. So it's like sort of breaking a shell on something. Oh man, my left leg is rough. Oof. Yeah, so what it does basically is break up that shell, let your muscles move the way they're supposed to, gives you your flexibility back, and should relieve pain. Oof. This is not, I wouldn't do either of these, or I at least wouldn't do the massage gun on its own. I would always do it in conjunction with like foam rolling. That's just me. I don't really have too much solid reasoning behind that, other than this feels more like the fine grit sandpaper you would use after, really going at like a piece of wood with a really coarse one, which that foam roller would be. I mean, it even kind of makes sense if you look at it. It's got all these little ridges and spines and stuff, and then this guy is just Just a smooth little ball head that just presses into you. It's like a massage. Hence the massage gun part. So it stimulates circulation, gets your tissue warmed up, gets it ready to like lengthen, contract, shorten, all that. They say you don't want to do it too much, especially before like an athletic performance. I mean, I obviously agree with that because you need some amount of muscular tension if you want to like perform well enough. You don't want your muscles to be all relaxed and chilling. But what I do, I think it's fine. I don't think I'm really going to lose a whole lot of strength by doing this. And also by doing this, I can squat at all. So before I foam rolled and did all this, I mean, I would just push through the pain, like an idiot. But now since doing this, it's been way better. So if you ever get a massage gun, they're pretty expensive, but I think it's a very worthwhile investment. I just kind of go slowly up and down the like the grain of the muscle. Go at an angle on some of them. Sort of breaks up whatever's left. Oh man. Yeah, it's like as you get closer to the groin, it's just it's a weird feeling. Especially if you ever do it on your glutes, your butt. I gotta say I'm not a fan. Luckily my ass isn't that tight. I also don't want to do it directly on tendons or like bone. I just want to leave it to skeletal muscle. There's some like arteries that you want to stay away from. Obviously don't do it on your neck, like your throat. There's also, it's like your medial brachial or lateral brachial artery or something, which I didn't know about, or I didn't know was like an issue to a massage gun, because it can cause separation. And you'll end up getting a clot or something. Obviously don't do it on the spine. Do it around the spine, that feels great. Alright, I'll just do my little stretches, get started. So my stretching is very specialized to my problems. So I always do, I think they're called cat-cows for the spinal flexion. Oh, there's my lower back. I mean, doing this, I get this weird sharp pain, sort of. It's like on the very inside. It's not surface tissue that's damaged. So even if I'm not doing like deadlifts, I'll do these. Obviously use a lot of lower back to hold the weight, stabilize your trunk and all that during a squat at the bottom. Especially if you're in a low bar, you're like leaning forward a lot more. And then do these, they're called pigeon poses. Bring your knee up. Bring your knee through. Just kind of like sit on it. Stretches back here. Let me turn it. It's like right on that line of sciatica for me. Yeah. Opens up the hips a little bit. Normally I would do like 10, 15 minutes, sometimes like walk an entire mile brisk walk before legs to get the blood in them. But I don't have a treadmill here, and I don't really feel like walking outside, so this is what it is. I think it'll be alright. And then for conditioning, I usually do box jumps from the 20-inch box at Lifetime. All I have is 16-inch box. And not nearly as much clearance overhead. So I'll figure something out. I might do like suitcase carry lunges, jump rope, or kettlebell swings. Might do kettlebell swings. So I'm not going to do deadlifts tomorrow. So I'll have at least a couple days before my posterior chain gets hit again. Okay. Come over here. Little quad stretch going. I never stretch my quads, and apparently they're super tight according to my masseuse at Lifetime. She didn't even have to say anything, I just knew. I knew she thought they were tight. She was fucking going at them like a goddamn war criminal. She left so many bruises on me from her elbows. And I was like, Drew, I was just sweating under the blanket. Shout out to Christy at Lifetime. If I post this on Instagram, I'll tag you. But yeah, if you do go to Lifetime, which is, it's a great gym, it's just too expensive for me. Staff's great, equipment's decent. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're with the times for like weightlifting gear or anything. Their treadmills are kind of trash. Or they have some of like Assault style treadmills that are great, that I love. But they're like run-of-the-mill treadmills, or half of them like glitch out. I saw one hit a blue screen of death for its operating system, which was hilarious. But you know, when you're paying $180 a month for a gym, or I'm sorry, they call it a club, for the club. I mean, you don't want to see USB like micro USB dongles on it. You want to see some USB shit. You want to know that it's gonna work. All right, let me open up my hips a little bit. This one, I don't know what it's called. I just spread my hips, sit back into them. I think I did them in MMA a lot when I was like getting ready for like kicking and stuff. But I just do everything possible. I just throw everything at my legs, my hips, my LPHC. Oh. Alright. After stretching, I just go right into it. I think today I'll do some core activation real quick. I'll either do bird dogs or dead bugs. I think dead bugs are harder, so I usually just go with those. Dead bugs are good for like balance though, which I don't really have a problem with, so hopefully this angle will be good. So dead bugs, you just throw your legs up, keep them 90 degrees here, throw your arms up. All you do is put out the opposite. Back up, get all of it. You just throw out whatever arm you want and then the opposite leg, just like you're squatting. So what I do is I push my toes back and then push with my heel, like I'm standing up from a squat or something. And then I'll just hold for 10 seconds. You want to get your leg pretty close to the ground, but not touching it. I also try to make sure that my lower back is touching the mats or the floor every time I do it. So what that does is it's a cue for you to kind of tense your core like you would go to sit up. So whenever you contract your core, your lower back gets pushed down. So you're pressing against the floor, basically. Oh, I feel my pre-workout kicking in. That's going to be perfect timing. Oh. So this just, it literally just simulates a squat. You know, like you're standing up from a squat. And then you want to see a bird dog. Pretty much the same thing. All fours, tense your core. So what a lot of people do on this one is, well, act like it's like a glute kickback with their leg, or they'll just like put it too low. You just want it straight out, like you're making a line from your ankle to your neck, pretty much, just a straight line. Those are good. I don't really do those that often, just because they're, in my opinion, way easier than a dead bug. What else? That's pretty much it. Could stretch my back a little bit, I guess, but yeah, that's good. And we're back. Okay, back in the squat rack. So after that bench day, I didn't really like how much the whole rack was rocking when I would rack the bar, and this is going to be even more weight. So I put my little Bowflex 52.5-pound adjustable dumbbells on the towards the edge of the legs. So I'm hoping that helps with it, and they don't like slip off as I go to rack. My new J cups were supposed to come in today. They did not. Thank you, Amazon. So I was really looking forward to that. One, for stability. Two, this lip is like, it's like a 2-inch lip for some random reason. And three, the metal of the J cup is actually rubbing the paint off my essentially brand new bar. So that's sweet. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad if it was just a chrome bar, but this one's like painted black, so it's a little annoying. Once again, learn from my mistakes. Can't record with my app up for some random reason. It's 2024. So I got my weights here. I'll just keep track of it that way. So start with 100, which is a 25. And the 2, I'll just use a bunker plate for these. I didn't figure out how to fix that shrieking sound when I put on the weights, so I'll just use these for now. These Titan plates are slick though. They look great. So I was talking to an acquaintance, a buddy, a Discord fellow, about hitting depth in squat. So I don't know if I ever had problems hitting depth, because I always had like Lifetime loves their mirrors, so I always had like 2 mirrors that were like, you know, caddy corner, so I could see everything. So I knew when I was hitting depth, but when I didn't have a mirror, it was a little harder. So what I ended up doing was doing pause squats during my warm up, like real low, like Aster Grass pause squats, so that I knew what it felt like when I hit depth for sure. And that feels like tension, basically tension in like your hip, groin area. And I would just kind of hold that. And then eventually I just got used to it. Now I don't really need a mirror to hit depth. Yeah, I hope this. Let me move the camera actually. Just get at it. And I used to do low bar when I was having hip issues or back issues. Now, switched to a little bit closer to a high bar. Feels a lot better. I don't know, it doesn't trigger my back as much for some reason. And then I have new mental cues. So, a long time ago, another Discord buddy of mine said that when he squats, he visualizes himself shutting a car door with his butt. I never really understood what that meant until I kind of sat down and thought about it. Basically just saying, put your butt out first, or maybe not first, but as you go down, you're pushing your butt out to knock something. 130. I'm just gonna put on 45. I don't really take my warm-up weights too seriously. And I do the same cue for deadlift. So they taught me to bend at the hips as I'm going down, especially on a Romanian deadlift. I think it kind of changed up everything for me. So I take long rests in general. On squat, I definitely take pretty long rests, longer than I do on bench, just because my hip and my back kind of a little paranoid about it. Obviously, on a warm up like this, I don't need to worry about it. Widen my hips up a little bit. And then, so 55. Let's put a towel. And then I don't really take too much of a rest between warm-up sets. Yeah, I think at this point it feels more natural to go past parallel. Looking in the mirror. But I just go until it feels good. Another thing I do is I'll point my toes up while I'm squatting, and that kind of forces me to put the weight on my heels, and I don't end up leaning forward with the weight. So I don't know, you can see my foot right here, but sometimes people will go down and they'll lean, they'll push forward with their knees, and then their heel ends up coming off the ground and they get a little off balance. Pointing your toes up, I'm not going to say it definitively removes that possibility, but it does for me. So that's just one little tip I have if you are having a problem going up. Oh, that's 2 10s and a 2. I'll just do 185, whatever. Let's use the Titan plates because I feel bad not using them. My 10-pound change plates are still coming in. Should I just rip the band-aid off when I do this, or like... Jesus. Yeah, squat's tricky, man. It's like, it's a love-hate relationship for me with it. It's like, when it feels good, it's my favorite lift. When it feels bad, obviously it's like, I just want to take it out of my program. I've considered cutting squat so many times. I'll always come back to it, because I feel like it's a skill issue, really. Like if I get my form right on this and on deadlift, I shouldn't theoretically have any problems squat. But that kind of ignores my actual anatomy and my old injuries from MMA and, you know, postural misalignments, all that. Which, that'd be a cool video to make. It's gonna be like an overhead squat assessment on myself. I don't really have any practice doing those on people. Like, I did it on my wife, I think, and I was like, yeah, you look like somebody who's never worked out in your life. She's hot, don't get me wrong. She got blessed with genetics, but... So, it's going to be, if you watch the bench video, pretty much the same, except I'm doing 3 reps instead of 5. So it's going to be 3 plus, and then 5 by 5 afterwards. What do we got next? 205. So just throw 10 on. Go ahead. I don't know. These little bumpers. If anyone's curious about the equipment I use, this is a CAP power rack. It's like a half rack, I forgot what the name is. I got it for 180 bucks. I think it sells now for like 300 on Amazon. It's pretty good. I'm gonna drill it into the mats we get. The rubber mats to stabilize it. That's the only like issue I have with it, really. And if you do get it, get your own J cups at least. And then if you can afford it, get new spotter arms too. Because I think they're both shit. You know, if you go get like the Rogue roller one, that's like 150 bucks for one pair, or like not even one pair for just one J cup. And then the barbell is also CAP. Yeah, it's the Beast, 20 kilograms, so standard Olympic bar. I don't have any complaints about the bar. I don't know if this is normal or not. The like ridging, so it kind of like vibrates when I put on my Titan plates, and it makes like that metal on metal sound. God awful. Then obviously Titan plates. My bumpers are Papa Babe. Got them a long ass time ago. They're pretty cheap. I think I paid like 270 bucks for like a 205 pound, maybe, I don't know how to look it up. I think it was like a 205 pound kit. Well, let's see. So it was 2 45s, 90, plus 50 from the 25, so 140. And then, oh no, so it was really low. It was like 160 pounds, I guess. I was very weak when I first started. But I paid, I think it was like $200 for that, I think. They're good. I don't know, I haven't weighed them. They seem like if they're not at 45, they're over 45 pounds. So I'm okay with more weight. They don't feel too light or anything. Alright. Let's do 205. Yeah, 205. Pretty light, feels good. My last set's 230, yeah. So my PR for this set, close your ears, or cut this out actually. My PR for this set would be, I think it was 13 reps of 230, because I didn't reset my, my 1 rep max after I dialed back all my weights, but I hurt my back. So I just have like comically high PR thresholds to hit. Like my last PR set last week was, I hit 15 reps of it, and I was like, well, that's like a marathon set. That's 5 reps shy of a Widowmaker. I'm not gonna do that. Then I thought it'd be funny if I did, so I did 15 of 220, which isn't like, good. I'm not saying it's like a strong weight, but my other PRs were like, hey, hit 8 reps of this, hit 6 reps of this, you'll PR. This one's like, hit 15 reps, pussy. Turn the music a little bit. I'll put the clips on this. So I don't know what I'm going to go for. Probably not going to PR. I need a 2. Probably not going to PR. If I do, great. If I don't, also great. Yeah, I'm definitely waiting the full rest period before I do this. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for like conditioning after. I'm gonna do hop overs with the bag. Could do some lunges, jump ropes. Maybe I just not do conditioning today and just do straight strength. And I guess you'll find out later what I decide. Also, I think this rack is weight or calibrated, certified, whatever, for like 800 pounds. So here's some like monster that, well, 1, you could probably afford a real power rack. But 2, you probably want to get a different one anyways. I really would love to roller J-cups though. Los Campeones spoiled me with them the one time I went there and did legs. 30 more seconds. Oh, my back isn't cramping. Normally if it's gonna cramp, it has done so by my PR set. I feel my mystery injury, but It doesn't hurt during the lift, just hurts when I like, I don't know, do really random movements. Yeah, when I come up, I think. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Life's short, you know. I don't spend it worrying about this stupid injury. So depending on how this goes, if I feel like, if I get close to 10 and then I feel like I could do 3 more, I'll probably just cap it at like 10 and then do something called jokers, which I'll explain I'll explain that later, I guess. Alright. Let's get into it. Yeah, could probably hit 3 more, but I think I'm just gonna go up and wait. That wasn't too bad. My hip did ping a little bit towards the end, but I don't know. Was that 230? So go up to it's about 250, I guess. Would be funny just to PR on all my lifts. First time I do them in here. You know, PR for squat is like 320. Not much of it's not a lifetime PR, but it's a post old ass Asher PR. So this is 250. Let me write that down. So 250. So joker sets. It's not like they're not like a program. Not something you like program in. Whenever you're feeling strong, Jim Weather is like, well, you could do, if you feel like you didn't work hard enough on your main sets, throwing joker sets, you basically just work up to, I think it's supposed to be your training max, which is generally your like 3 to 5 rep max. That's not as fun as going for a 1 rep. So usually I'll do like 3, 2 or 3, and then 1 to 3. So it's like a higher intensity little AMRAP PR set at the end. It's just good for like getting used to like higher weight levels. It's 230. I mean, I did it 10 times. That was like RPE like 7 maybe. It's not, it doesn't really tax me that hard, but as you get closer to like 300, you know, that's when I start sort of like getting that CNS pump going. The central nervous system starts being like, oh shit, we gotta lift this or we're gonna die, because I know these J cups aren't saving me. And I'm not dropping them on my $300 pair of dumbbells. Which are sweet, by the way. They're both flex adjustable ones. Unfortunately, I've outgrown them on pretty much everything except like bicep, tricep, and you know, flies or raises. I mean, oh, who knows? I don't think I'm gonna sell them anytime soon, but they're definitely not as useful as they once were. I have a 25-pound pair of like iron dumbbells. If I really need to bust out, you know, a bunch of bicep curls or tricep extensions, just grab those. These are nice. Okay, give it another minute. Let me experiment with a different angle. Alright, so I changed the angle up. Might look better from the side or from that angle, I don't know. Just got a bunch of different angles, because I'm not sure if you can really see much from there, but I know you can definitely see stuff from here. So we'll do that. Press time's up, so hit this for, who knows, hopefully 3, the cap it at 3 if I get there. Not too bad. Thought I was already gonna read like squat stuff. So we'll go to 275 next. There's also like supposed to be set jumps you make on jokers. Supposed to be like, I think it's like you go up like 10 pounds or something. Once again, not quite as fun. Probably better long term, but oh well. Tim Wendler can show up and murder me for butchering this program if he wants. So, 275. Hitting this for 2 would be sweet. I think I'm only gonna do 1 based on that 250 felt. Sorry. Close your ears. Right. That wasn't too bad. I think it is getting better. Kind of like smooths out the bar ridges. Probably not gonna go too much higher. I don't know how much faith I have in these J cups. I hope they don't want to just like break mid squat. Maybe I will just cap it here actually, because I really don't want 300 pounds to break on me. Or at all on anything in here. So with jokers you still do your like supplemental 5-5-5 or 5x10, whatever you do. These are just like with all these mental health sets. If you're not lifting heavy ass weight, proportionally heavy ass weight on your like lower body lifts. What are you doing, you know? Take this. Pray for my J-cups. They're not like, they don't look like they're about to break, but they also don't look like they can hold much weight. If you go for 3, don't want to risk failure though on these things. I really want to go up to like 300, but I think I'll cut it there. Alright. Yes. Feels like 5 box squats to me. Alright. 1 down. I always feel dumb doing jumps, but hard to deny their effectiveness. 15 sets. Like rub, roll. You're not supposed to roll your spine, so I don't do what I'm doing. But feels pretty good for me specifically. I have a lot of lumbar spine issues, and getting that muscle around it definitely helps. Oh, dude, those last couple jumps, I'm not gonna sit down, I don't wanna feel this, but those last couple jumps, feels like your legs just locking up. Oh my God. Alright, so that's it for the supplemental. Did 5x5 at 185 with 10 jumps in between each one, or after each one. gonna set up for something. Take a minute. So, all right. So I set it on. I guess it's like goblet lunges, goblet reverse lunges. Just gonna hold the kettlebell and go backwards. Kind of stand in place, just stand back, do a lunge. Just do like, try to do 5 sets. So I'll do 5 sets of 10, basically 5 on your side. And then we'll see how bus drivers go because I'm really tight right now. Well, I'll go for like, 15 or 20 or something on that. Okay. This is pretty light, it's only 35, but oh my god, I'm fucking pumped. Kind of figured that one out halfway through. Definitely want to step back further. Okay. Alright, let's see. So just 10 pounds, whatever. Okay, 25 seems good for that. Oh. Hey, good thing about having shit cardio is everything puts you in zone 2. Alright, last set. And that'll be it. Probably do some massage gunning, whatever, afterwards, but it's gonna be it for the workout, I think. Hopefully that was a good angle. Alright. Good luck day. I don't want to do this more than I usually do. Box jumps usually good enough. Might do like a leg press afterwards, but I don't have one of those. So lunges, jumps, squat, kicked ass. The bus drivers are alright. I'm never sure if these are like effective or not, but I'm usually sore after them. Next time I do legs, I might pull the bench over and do, Bulgarian split squats or something. Or maybe just grab the barbell, do more lunges. Yeah. That's it. That's my leg day. Thanks for watching. Go try to throw it in the toilet.